Example A, we're now going to plot the straight line that represents this linear equation with two unknowns. So again, in order to do that, we rule a table. We're going to let the top row of values be our x values, which we're going to choose. And we normally choose a negative, a 0, and a positive. So I'm going to go with minus 2. That's my negative x value. I'm going to go with 0. And we're going to go with 2. The bottom row of values are going to be the y values that we're going to work out. And to work them out, we're going to sub each x value into the equation for the straight line. So to work out your first y value, you need to show working out. So we're going to replace x with minus 2. So our first y value, copy down y, equals, replace x with what we're subbing in. We're subbing in minus 2. So I'm going to put it in brackets because I'm subbing in a negative. And then we're going to add in 2. So copy down plus 2. Now, first thing we do are powers, but there's never any powers here with a linear equation with two unknowns. We do brackets for more than one term, and there never will be those either. So the next thing we look for is multiply. So to know it's being multiplied, go back to the original equation and look for a term. Well, y is a term, but that's what we're finding. X is a term, it's just minus 2. And then plus 2 is a term, it's just plus 2. So there's actually no multiplying here, so we just do the adding. So minus 2 plus 2 is just going to give us 0. So that's going to be our first y value. We're now going to work out the other y values mentally. So we're going to sub in x is 0 into the linear equation here. So replace x with 0, we're just going to get y equals 2. So there's our next y value. We're then going to sub in 2 for x. So replace x with 2, we're going to get y equals 2 plus 2, which is just 4. So remember, we chose the x values, 1 negative, 1 0, 1 positive. We subbed each of them into the equation here to work out the corresponding y values. We're now going to rule x and y axes, label the axes, put the scales on them. We're going to plot the points. So the first point we're going to plot is minus 2, 0. So go along the x-axis to minus 2, and then you don't move up or down anything. Plot the point and put a circle around it. Next point we're going to plot is 0, 2. So we move along the x-axis to 0, and then we move up 2. And then the final point we're going to plot is 2, 4. So we move along the x-axis to 2, and then we just simply move up 4. Plot our point with a circle around it. Again, if the values are correct in the table, and we've plotted them correctly, they should all lie in a perfect straight line. And again, we need a ruler, sharp pencil, and make sure the lead of your pencil is directly fitting over the center of each point that you've just plotted, and then rule a lovely straight line through the points, and make sure the straight line goes beyond the highest point and below the lowest point, because a straight line goes on and on forever. So we've only just plotted 3 of the points in that straight line. So make sure, as I say, it continues upwards and downwards. Don't just join the 3 points and walk away. You would lose a mark if you only did that. Okay.